Twitter would have you believe that the only difference between memes from a decade ago and now is that we've moved the text from the bottom of the image to the top of the image. And now, while that's not completely untrue, I think it's a little bit too definitive. We didn't just go from demotivational pictures to anti-memes and bone-hurting juice, okay? There have been a lot of things between then and now. In fact, there was one moment in history where the only memes that existed were pictures of people's face with a spiral background. Don't remember? I'll remind you. What's going on, guys, and welcome back to the SumitoMedia show, the comedy talk show that goes into the parts of the internet that you're too afraid to browse by yourself. It's okay. I'm here now. The topic of today's video is advice animals, derived from the original advice dog. These are the memes that you know as the face pasted onto a spiral background. You may also recognize Courage Wolf, Insanity Wolf, High Expectation Asian Father, Successful Black Man. I don't know, there's a bunch of them. And we'll get into the examples, don't worry. But with this being one of the first memes that I remember enjoying on the internet, I thought it might be appropriate to first take a look at the first meme ever made. In the 1870s, a photographer named Harry Pointer got into the habit of taking black and white pictures of cats in various positions and overlaying some text over them to make it sort of humorous. For instance, this one has the cat as the photographer. Very creative. In the early 19th century, a second American photographer named Harry Fries also took up the same habit, and he made this picture, which we believe to be the first lolcat. This was in the early 19th century. That is 100 years ago, and it's a cat asking, "What's delaying my dinner?" What's delaying my dinner? A cat asking for food? That's pretty similar to... These images are 100 years apart. I can't be... That's weird. That's gotta be weird. Listen, I've had some time to think about this, and maybe it's not actually that crazy. Yes, this dude did basically make a lolcat 70 years before the invention of the internet. It's a joke about a cat begging for food. Cats have been begging for food since the invention of the cat. So, you know. So humorous pictures of cats have been around since the late 19th century, and Despair Incorporated has been making demotivational pictures since the 90s. But the first time that memes really got colorful was with Advice Dog. Advice Dog originated sometime in 2006 on the Mario forums The Mushroom Kingdom. One of their users made a thread called The Guide to Kissing, where he asked if anybody had any advice or recollections of their first kiss, because he had an idea for his. He was going to join the upcoming school play and nag himself a part that would let him kiss one of the girls in his class. That school play was The Diary of Anne Frank. I couldn't make that up if I tried. Mushroom Kingdom user TEM, real name Evan Harrington, was the first person to reply and said, "Just do it, man," which is great advice for your first kiss, if anybody was wondering. 20 replies later, he also posted a picture of his dog's head cropped on top of a 6-color spiral that he said later was inspired by Katamari Damacy. And the rest is history. To show you just how good the advice is from this Advice Dog meme, I was going to take its advice, grab myself some frozen yogurt, and watch the original 2 Girls, 1 Cup. Unfortunately, the piano music in the background of the original 2 Girls, 1 Cup trailer is claimed on YouTube. Telemusic, is this really... Do you really even want that money? Buy condoms, wink at clerk. Now, if you haven't gotten the gimmick, Advice Dog typically gives you pretty poor advice, and this is the poorest of the poor. Don't bother your store clerks, all right? They already got to deal with enough comedians in a day. Oh, hey there. Welcome to a generic convenience store. What can I help you with? Yeah, man. Can I get 69 condoms? 69 condoms? Yes. Okay. Did you want a bag? Nah, I don't need a bag. She's not that ugly. The fuck is wrong with you? Naturally, with the success of any meme is gonna come a couple copycats, and in this case it actually turned into a couple of different memes that also used animals, except instead of giving you advice, it's a wolf giving you either motivation or just horrifically terrible things to do. Both of these memes naturally came from nature photographers that took pictures of wolves in various positions, but then after people saw that you could take the head of a dog, throw it on some colors, and have it go viral on the internet, they decided why not with a wolf. And therefore we came up with Courage Wolf. He gives you motivation like pain is temporary, failure is forever, and jerk off with Bengay. Wait a second. Now, obviously, with the internet still getting used to the idea of memes and image macros, not everybody was using the Courage Wolf template properly. They saw a wolf, he kind of looks angry, let's just put crazy stuff on top of him. See that cop behind the sign? Go pull him over. You can do it. That's not motivational. That's kind of insane. So to help remedy this problem, we came up with another meme, Insanity Wolf. Now, I could think of some gimmick in order to be able to show you a bunch of these Insanity Wolf memes, because they're all pretty crazy, but I don't think there's anything any more appropriate than just headbanging to some heavy metal and let you enjoy them for yourself. Disrespect your surroundings! Up next, we have two separate memes that everybody can relate to, but nobody wants to admit they can relate to it. And as a result, they're probably some of the most popular advice animals you've ever seen, and that is Socially Awkward Penguin and Foul Bachelor Frog. Listen, nobody's perfect. With unlimited access to the internet and all the adult films you can think of course we all get a little bit gross. Sometimes after you're done, you're closing down 31 tabs. Is that a lot? Who knows? Who knows? Somebody made a meme of it. Obviously somebody else did it, so I can't be the only one going through that many tabs. I'm just looking for that one particular video. Okay, I saw it 2 years ago. It was definitely on the 56th page, maybe the 57th page of X videos. I don't remember. Here's an interesting tidbit. According to Knowyourmeme.com, which is where I've grabbed most of the information for this video, on June 8th, 2018, researchers at Stanford University announced a study entitled Dank Learning, Generating Memes Using Deep Neural Networks. The study proved that they were able to create a meme generation system that could not be differentiated from human-generated memes. The experiment was successful enough to lead researchers to believe that at a certain point, meme generation could be fully automated. We don't even need to be funny anymore, not that we were to start with. Machine learning could just handle this for us. I believe at the end of the day, machines probably won't be able to generate all of our memes because there's one human aspect they'll never be able to capture, and that's just how fucking socially awkward you are. And by you, I mean me. And by me, I mean all of us. Because why else would we all relate so heavily to this socially awkward penguin? You start typing, but then you see your friend is typing, so you stop, and so do they. This isn't socially awkward. This happened all the time. Every time I'd ask one of the girls in high school why our conversation just died, they were like, yeah, I thought you were typing, so I stopped typing. Like 30 or 40 times. So relatable. Sarah's online. You say, hey, Sarah's offline. Okay, I just cringed myself back to 2007. Let's move on to the socially awesome ones. Much as you just observed, the socially awkward penguin was a huge hit. Half in part because they were pretty funny to laugh at, and half in part because they shined a mirror into the most awkward parts of our lives, and that got annoying. So, being the internet warriors that everybody is, they decided to counteract this meme with the opposite, socially awesome penguin. Instead of this being situations that definitely happened to you and now the internet's laughing at it, these are hypothetical situations that never happened ever, but nobody's going to be able to prove us wrong in the Reddit comments, so let's just pretend this happened to us once. Say a word wrong, create hilarious inside joke. Don't you love when that happens? Every time I mispronounce something, you guys don't roast me to death in the comments. And isn't that great? Isn't that great how that actually happened? You guys. High Expectation Asian Father. Of course you guys remember this one, because back in the day, it was okay to be a little bit racist. Now, I grew up Asian, but I actually can't relate to these super well. To be fair, I wasn't exactly, child prodigy Asian. I was more Uber driver Asian. But you know what? You get what you get in life. I'm like 75% sure that child prodigy joke is a Russell Peters joke, but I can't find the clip, so I'm pretty sure I didn't make it up, but I don't remember where I heard it. Successful black man. Again, It was kind of okay to be the tiniest bit racist back in 2007, 9, 50. What, I don't know what we're up to now. We've been progressing over the years here. But successful black man is a fun one. An excellent juxtaposition of, I don't know how to use that word properly. Anyway, let's take a look at some examples. Brought home some hoes and weed. Psh, of course you did. Typical thug. Brought home some hose and weed remover to keep my lawn in tip-top shape. Yeah, no, of course. Yeah, I mean, we all do that. What else would you be thinking? Let's all get high. Yeah, all right. I'm down with that. Let's all get high grades on our finals. Yeah, all right. I'm down with that. Now, there are a number of other advice animals that don't have quite as many examples because they didn't live as long of a life, but that doesn't mean we should appreciate them any less. Some of them are still really funny. Here are my favorites. I think this one's just called God. I'm not sure. Creates the entire universe out of nothing, but needs Adam's rib to create one more thing. Say stuff, but then contradict that stuff. Here, I'm gonna make this animal, but don't eat this specific animal. Like, bro, what?
You shouldn't abstain from pork just because you think that I want you to. You can eat pork, because why the fuck would I give a shit? I created the universe. Think I'm drawing the line at the fucking deli aisle?
Musically Clueless Girl, I think this one's called. Eminem, sorry, I'm on a diet. Iron Maiden, is that like Iron Man's wife? Anti-joke chicken. You think I could go one episode without bringing up anti-memes or bone-hurting juice? You're wrong. A guy walks into a bar. He has a family of 4 and a drinking problem. That's not very funny at all. There's an Irishman, a homosexual, and a Jew standing at a bar. What a fine example of an integrated community. I'm happy it ended humble, but there wasn't a punchline there. This one's called Scene Wolf. I don't have a ton of funny examples, but this one says bukkake isn't a vegetable, and I just wanted to... I want to see that in the transcript of this video when I read it back. There are, of course, dozens and dozens more examples of advice animals, and I'm sure I'll end up touching on all of them in the future, but this video's run on long enough for now. Thank you so much for making it to the end of this one. If you're new to the channel, be sure to hit that subscribe button so you can catch me. I make these videos every week. And if you've already been subscribed to the channel, I have a new second channel and a Twitch if you want to watch me live stream most nights. I'll leave those linked down in the description. Shout out to Kawaii Attack on Instagram for sending me this shirt, and shout out to everybody who leaves a like on this video. It really helps out a ton. I'll catch you guys in next week's. Peace.